Hello there internet, Mogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today, and today we're going to play some Boros, a spicy variant of Boros built around Angelic Divination? No. Divine Visitation. I'm confusing the cards. Angelic Exaltation was the other one. So, Divine Visitation and Tilonalli's Summoner. I mean, I say built around, but in reality, this is a pretty, or rather standard. I wonder why this is like, I guess the shadow of the deck is on top of the card. That's the first time that I realized that's a thing, or is that a bug? I don't know. Anyways, this is a Boros tokens list. We want to run an aggro Boros deck that benefits from Divine Visitation, which is a 5-mana enchantment that says if one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance are created instead. So we have an entire deck that is built around the idea of, like, what I like about this list is that the way it's tweaked is it's pretty aggressive and doesn't really rely on Divine Visitation to actually win, right? Like, that's whenever I try to build like a jank deck, it's always important to realize that, you know, in Magic the Gathering, you have 60 cards in a deck, right? So not only do you have to draw your lands, but you also have to live with the fact that a lot of times certain cards that you want to see combined together are not going to ever see, you know, each other in a match. Sometimes it happens because, like I said, there's a lot of cards you need to draw and decks are big, right? So if you have a strategy that, you know, relies on certain synergies, you also have to make it so that that strategy can work well on its own, which is why this deck has a pretty established backbone of like Boros aggro, so a deck list that runs, you know, Legion's Landing to play on turn 1 into a solid 2-drop into turn 3 History of Benalia, and then potentially can finish off with the likes of Heroic Reinforcements, but has that spicy addition to it with Divine Visitation in case the match drags out quite a bit, and you draw into, you know, more cards. You can play Divine Visitation and start capitalizing on it, and certain cards synergize with it inherently, like for example Legion's Landing, which is a very solid card in any sort of like white-based aggro build, turns out to synergize with Divine Visitation, not only because when you play Legion's Landing after playing Divine Visitation, you get a 4/4 angel with vigilance and flying, but on top of that, if you flip Legion's Landing into the end of the first fort, every time you create a vampire creature token, you're creating a 4/4 vigilant flyer instead, which makes Legion's Landing extremely good with this card right here. On top of that, we have Tide Taker, which is not only very good against Esper control decks and control decks in general, as you can really slow them down and with their counter spells and their Chemist's Insight and all those shenanigans. But the good thing about Tide Taker, on top of that, is that when he dies, he has the Afterlife 1, which means that if Divine Visitation is on the board, he also happens to synergize with this card. But both Legion's Landing and Tide Taker, as I explained prior, can work really well and provide us good support on their own, right? There's other cards that don't necessarily fit the case, but we want to be, you know, edgy, and that is why we're playing the likes of Tilonalli's Summoner. I have trouble remembering this gal's name, so you're going to see in the gameplay that I recorded that I sometimes resort to just saying Tyler, because I don't know, it's the first name that comes to mind with a T for me. So Tyler here, or Tilonalli Summoner, is a very cool 2-drop that you probably have never seen before, because I didn't even know this card existed until a little bit ago. It's a 2-mana creature, Human Shaman with Ascend, which means that if you have 10 or more permanents, you get City's Blessing. And an ability that says the following: whenever Tyler attacks, you may pay X plus a red source of mana. If you do, you create X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. At the beginning of the next end step, exile those tokens unless you have the City's Blessing. So the idea of this deck, the dream scenario, is to have Divine Visitation on the board and Tilonalli, aka Tyler, attacking. Because that means that if I pay, I don't know, like 6 mana, right? Or 7. For 6 1/1 tokens, I get 6 4/4 flying angels attacking instead, which means Divine Visitation plus an unanswered Tyler here wins you the game. Like, it is a 100% win unless they have something random like Settle the Wreckage, which is pretty nuts and just hilarious as a whole, and that is what I wanted to kind of like showcase, you know, with this deck. Obviously, it's easier said than done to have the stars align, you know, to have Divine Visitation and Tyler here on the board at the same time, but it's a hilarious combo, and I feel like this deck can afford to run Tilonalli without losing by ability, because Tilonalli, even though she is a 2-mana play, she's more of a late game card. She really shines also in matches that have dragged out and both players are top decking. Because if left unanswered in the late game, the more mana you have, the more impactful she can be. And I think she definitely, warrants a slot in this build, and she doesn't hinder overall the viability and the consistency of the deck itself. As you can see here, we have 4 copies of Legion Warboss, because if we have Divine Visitation on the board, every time Legion Warboss creates a red goblin creature, because it says the token gains haste, it doesn't. So it means that the angel also has haste, which is important to know, right? So instead of creating a goblin creature token, at the beginning of the combat phase, every turn you create a 4/4 angel, right? And it has haste, which is just really powerful. But Legion Warboss is also a very solid 3-drop on its own and provides a lot of aggressive potential to this deck. Like with History of Benalia and Legion Warboss together, our turn 3 with this build is scary as fuck. And, that's a good thing, right? Heroic Reinforcements also, creates 2 tokens, but also a very powerful card for aggro decks, but with Divine Visitation can just be absolutely crazy. And a Johnny to give us a little bit of fuel for matches that drag out themselves, and also to be able to pull back the likes of maybe Tocatli Honor Guard, which is extremely powerful against Sultai midrange. And we're running in this deck because we don't have any creatures that have, effects upon entry on the board, which is very important. So Tocatli Honor Guard definitely puts in the work here. Also against Esper Control, when they try to sideboard in Hostage Taker, she also stops that as well, which is very nice. And Adanta Vanguard, because he's just a very solid 2-drop and can really pressure control decks as well, which is our worst matchup, right? We want to smork control decks, but we also want to have a resilient board against them, and that can be easier said than done. And this is the sideboard right here, as we have 3 Demystifies, 2 Sheevan Fires, 1 extra Adanta Vanguard, 1 extra Johnny Adversary Tyrants, 2 Excellence Bindings, 1 Aurelia, 2 Lyra Dawnbringers, and 3 Bane Fires. So as you can see, a sideboard that is very well geared towards control, with Banefire being there as a finisher versus the likes of Esper Control, but also good tools against aggro decks with Lyra and Aurelia as well. And Excellence Binding, which can be pretty solid in several different matchups for decks that rely on specific cards to really, get the upper hand on you. You can deny those cards from being recasted. And of course, 3 Demystifies, because I like this card a lot versus Temur or Nexus Reclamation decks. The ability to destroy a Wilderness Reclamation for just 1 mana is absolutely huge, and definitely worth running this card right here. And 2 Sheevan Fires for more aggressive matchups as well, or Mono Blue Tempo too. Obviously, the Angels come in versus the Mono Blue Tempo matchup as well, right? So this sideboard is very well geared for all, the most common standard matchups that you're going to be facing. And overall, this is a pretty solid deck list that can just get really wacky, and I thought I'd share it with you. So let me know if you enjoy the deck, and hopefully you enjoy the gameplay as well. Have a solid day. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's make some angels. I really hope I get to showcase the combo. That's all I want. I think best of 3 is a better chance to do that. I really do think this build is pretty flexible and can go, the long way. The long way. Basically, it can perform well in a best of 3 environment. Hopefully, I'm correct. Alrighty, so this hand is a little bit land heavy. And for what we're trying to do, it's also a little bit slow, considering Tilonalli here is one of our late game sort of plays, but we have it in Johnny. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It could be better, but I usually say, it could be worse. I'm going to opt to keep this hand, and we're getting rewarded there with a History of Benalia draw. So this seems pretty solid. We get to play Tocatli Honor Guard on curve, as it seems we're facing Grixis. In this matchup, what Tocatli does is she can deny a Nicol Bolas from forcing us to discard something, right? Our opponent there, he may be holding on to a cast down here. He's going to go with the Thought Erasure. I think History of Benalia, yeah. Yep. Oh, I'm going to play Tide Taker, which is going to make it harder for him to be able to counter spell us. He can Chemist's Insight now, if he wanted to. I would like to play a Johnny here. but I have a feeling he has a counterspell ready for me. If he does have a counterspell, why don't I just attack him? I'm pretty sure he has a counterspell. So I want him to make it so that I just threaten him with my current board, and if he does, like, if you think about it, there's no reason for me to play into the obvious counterspell, right? So he's obviously holding on to a counterspell here. I'm gonna go for the Legion's Landing. I call that a turn. I'm not playing into his game. I'm not playing into his counterspells here. Beautiful. And now we definitely do want to deal with this Nicol Bolas. So unless he has a negate of some sort. Okay. We get to flip the Legion's Landing, which is huge for us. And now he's panicking. Now he's going for the main phase. Alright, Divine Visitation. I would love to play Divine Visitation. But I am going to try to play a Johnny first, right? He could have another counterspell. Good stuff.
You should be proud to have come so far. I will lend you my strength.
I could play the summoner, but he could have a ritualist suit. So I'd rather just I mean, with this we have lethal enabled pretty much. Though at the same time, this does make it so that he needs to have a ritualist suit. Otherwise, we just win. So I'm gonna play it. We get the City's Blessing. And it not like it really matters, because at this point, yeah, if he doesn't have a land and a ritualist suit, we got him. You're dead. So, come on, you have no mana. Got him, boys! I'm happy with how I did not play into that counterspell. Like, I held on to it, and it definitely worked out for me, I think. Let's see. So we're facing a control variant, which means that he can't handle enchantments, which means we're going to add in Excellence Binding. And we also want to incorporate an extra Vanguard, I feel, and also some Bane Fires to finish off our opponent with. So, I think we can tone down the Lava Coils. A couple of them. I know he's playing Nicol Bolas, but I think we're fine this way. Tilonalli Honor Guard is fine, but at the same time, she's not super necessary because it's not like our opponent is playing, you know. I mean, he could sideboard in some hostage takers, which would be important to prevent, but I think keeping her as a 2-of is fine. What else? Maybe I should just take out Tilonalli Honor Guard, to be honest. I can drop down the Tilonalli Summoner down to 1 in this matchup, honestly. Maybe even drop her down at 2, like. This is really good, though, in the late game. Let's go with this. Divine Visitation is a very powerful win condition here, and because we're playing Grixis, they cannot deal with enchantments. And because they cannot deal with enchantments, like, I'm just more inclined to keep it there. I'm going to keep this in as well. It gives me a Lava Coil, which is something that it's always good to have in hand, basically. And we can drop the Tide Taker into a Legion Warboss here. Even if our opponent does have a Thought Erasure, he'll probably get rid of a Legion Warboss or maybe a Tide Taker. Yeah, he doesn't want to handle a Legion Warboss. So Tide Taker here will make it so that he can counterspell my Legion Warboss next turn. We do have the Bane Fire to build up towards, so any sort of damage that we can get on him is good, obviously. Alright, down goes Vraska. And down goes another Tight Ticker. Unfortunately, he's been able to slow us down really well here. I think we can dispose of the Lava Coil here, even though maybe just the land, to be honest. Maybe just the land. Alright, so he has no black source of mana, which means I doubt he has any way to deal with this as of now. Unfortunately, we are running out of steam here. Okay, here we go. I could go for Lava Coil on this. Because if I set up a Heroic Reinforcements now, how much damage does that represent? This can trade with this. That's 2. That's at least 6 damage. But I think I can work for more. I deal with that threat. Obviously, like, it depends on what he's drawing here. Like, if he gets an Ico Bolus or something, then that's going to be a bit of a problem. Hostage Taker as well. I think I should definitely be running more Tocatli Honor Guards here to prevent these sorts of shenanigans. But any sort of ounce of damage is good as I'm building up for this Bane Fire right here. Unfortunately, this is where it all goes to shit. I need to get rid of Heroic Reinforcements at this point. Yeah, I think taking out the Tocatli Honor Guards wasn't a good idea. Alright, we're going all in. As long as he doesn't have a discard here, we're out of lethal range by 1 point. And it seems we may got him. Or maybe not. I need a land here. If he doesn't have a Thought Erasure, I need a land. If he does not have a Thought Erasure, I need a land. Because otherwise he can negate me. Alright. Oh, nice! Oh, I'm pretty sure he had a negate. Oh, that was tight. 2-0, baby. Not bad. Let's go through another one. Alex Mario. Or Martin. I'm going to call him Mario. Mario is our second opponent. And we have a pretty decent hand. We keep. It's low on lands, but we have a turn 1 and turn 2 play. And ways to pressure our opponent from the get-go, which I really like. I like the Tide Taker Tilonalli Honor Guard package a lot. Okay, this is one of those guys who has turned off auto tap. Okay, he takes out his Sideboard. Alright. We drop the Tide Taker, and now we hope that we can draw into a land next turn. Otherwise, we'll play the Tilonalli Summoner, but I'm not sure that's what I want. Oh my god, it really triggers me when people like, dude, you're you're playing two. Can you activate it and deactivate it later down the line, or do you have to auto tap for a 2-mana? I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna play Tilonalli Honor Guard just because if he does have like a Hostage Taker or something, then I counter that. I do threaten the Legion's Landing from flipping next turn, so okay. Alright. I was gonna play that. I know he can't counter it, but I also didn't want to play into Akaya's Wrath. I was thinking about how I was going to approach it, but I was not going to play that card there. We're going to add in Ixalan's Binding, because our opponent cannot handle... Well, no, he's Esper, so... Do we need Ixalan's Binding here? I'm not sure. I do want the Banefires. I do want the Adanta Vanguard. I think I do want the Ajani as well. And that'll be it. We can take out one Tilonalli. We're facing a lot of control, so we're pulling out the Tilonalli Summoner, which is unfortunate. But if versus control, she's just not as good. We're also taking out. I mean, Tilonalli Honor Guards are pretty good against Esper if they want to play, you know, Hostage Takers. But that's pretty much it. So we can lower her down. We can take out the Lava Coils. Though, to be fair, I don't really want to take out... I want to keep out at least 2 Lava Coils. 2 Honor Guards and 2 Lava Coils in case my opponent tries to bring Thief of Sanity. And what else? Divine Visitation I like. Maybe Banefire. No, I like the Banefires at 2 of. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the Lava Coils, I think. Maybe keep it like this. Have 1 Lava Coil, 1 Honor Guard. In case our, like, do I really expect Thief of Sanity to come here? Like, I wouldn't bring Thief of Sanity against an aggro deck, but in Arena, everybody, like, seems to just go for that immediately. This is a pretty heavy hand. I'm gonna mulligan. And get punished for going for the mulligan. But at least, okay, this is decent. This works. I mean, we're down a lot of cards, but it works. I'm gonna play Tide Taker first. It represents less damage, but it also makes it so that he can't counter my next play. He could have Akaya's Wrath here. Do I take that into account? and play the Adanto Vanguard. I mean, we're here to end the game as quickly as possible, right? So I think this is my best bet. Like, if he has a white source of mana plus Kaya's Wrath, then so be it. Okay, he could have... Okay, he has to cry the Carnarium. He's just manually tapping everything. Alright. Yeah, that was also a problem. I think maybe I should be more conservative.
Keep up the pace.
Yeah, this one's pretty lost. Does he have any gate? I gotta go face. I have 3 Banefires in my deck, so my best odds are just smacking him in the face.
Hold that thought.
This warrants another board wipe out of him. Kaya's Wrath incoming. Yep, Kaya's Wrath. Can answer this with Teferi, but he opts not to.
Hurry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, from this point onwards, every Banefire that I draw will not be counterable. So, if I can just get a little bit more damage on him. Unfortunately, I think I jumped the gun with dropping the Legion War Boss. We're gonna smack him again. Try to drop him down to 5, because if we put him down to 5, that is the you know, the key number. All right. That is not the key number.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
We may just lose the ferry here, because he's gonna start getting rid of our lands. I gotta stop Teferi from going ultimate. Alright. Mr. Manual tap. At least he taps. I can't complain. He taps his cards, you know, at a decent speed. Let's see. I think I'm taking these out. I mean, I kind of like my lineup anyways. Like Tocatli Honor Guard and Adanto Vanguard, one off of these. I think my deck is fine as it is, to be completely honest with you. It's just a matter of outpacing my opponent. It's just a matter of getting those, you know, I need to get enough damage to finish him off with Banefire. It's as simple as that. So I need to push a little bit deeper. And I need to be smart with my plays. I'm gonna keep this. I have to risk it. I have a turn 1 Legion's Landing play, and I have potentially a turn 3 History of Benalia. Obviously, I could get mana screwed, but I don't want to mulligan again. Like, mulliganing is as much of a gamble, honestly. And see, I just drew into a land, a red source of mana as well, so that means I will most likely be able to... I'm gonna play a Dance of Vanguard just because if he has another Cry of the Carnarium, then so be it. Does he have another one? Alright. He found 2 of them. And we're a little bit stuck with lands here. Okay, can I get a land finally, please? Can I please get myself a land? Thank you. Alright, let's smack him. Double Divine Visitation is obviously not what we want to see, but from this point onwards, like everything that I pick up, I'm gonna try to play this. Fuck yeah. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're a little bit of damage away from getting there. Does he have another Kaya's Wrath? That's Kaya's Wrath. Okay, so he's got another Kaya's Wrath. But we're just a little bit away from being able to get him. Okay. Goblin number 2. Do you have a counter spell? Alright. Fuck. Oh. I'm just gonna go with this, so he can't discard me again. And I'm just literally like one other Banefire away from winning. Like, doing this. Okay.
I'll phase through anything that stands in my way.
Oh, never mind.
Bags and hit the road.
That sucks.
Welcome here.
That sucks. No, that's not what I want to see. Well, it seems he's got us. We got a bit flooded towards the end, and this Kaya is gonna save him. Like, this Kaya legit wins in the game. It was a tight series. I I think I played it pretty optimally. Maybe the second game I overcommitted a little bit and got a little bit too trigger happy and should have tried to play it a little bit around it. I think I played game 1 better than game 2. But, you know, what are you going to do? Like, this is a rough matchup to begin with. And when they get, like, double, like, this guy had double Cry of the Carnarium. Like, this guy had a very... He drew into a lot of his key shit. And to finish it off, like, it would have all been fine if it wasn't for the Kaya, like, just healing him for 1 billion. Now, no matter what we draw here, yeah, okay. It doesn't help the fact that we drew, like, I don't know, 4 lands in a row. But that's, you know, sometimes that's Magic the Gathering for you. Alright, Tight is our opponent. This is a pretty good looking hand here. Turn 1 Legion's Landing to turn 2 Tide Taker. It looks pretty good. And I swear to God, man, like I've literally faced like 4 turn 1 Watery Graves in a row. Like, okay, it's not that matchup. Where are my Tocatli Guards when I want them? I'm literally drawing all of my 2-drops. Except for the Honor Guard. Like, I literally drawn all my 2-drops except for the Honor Guard. That's just insane. That's just insane, dude. I'm gonna play Honor Guard first so that you can, you know, get this Walgrowth Walker even bigger. And then I'm gonna play a Johnny. I'm gonna try to have a Johnny, I mean, if I can create a stalemate here. Alright. Here we go.
Proud to fight by your side. Deliver us to victory.
Denied! Just absolutely denied. Imagine if I would have gotten my opener hand. Like, if I would have drawn her earlier. At least, you know, at least I got her in eventually. No fun allowed. Okay, that's interesting. Block you here.
See in yourself what I see in you.
Pretty nice, because now we're going to be able to start getting some angels on our opponent, and it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm going to attack, just because I want to flip Legion's Landing into a Danto. And by keeping these two thick blockers in the back, I discourage him from attacking. We're close to be able to go for the ultimate. Let's boost this, and let's boost the Vanguard.
Strength is born of struggle.
And now every time we cast this, we get a 4/4 token with flying. So either he has a Vraska's Contempt here, or I'm going to be able to go for the ultimate with a Johnny. And the ultimate plus Divine Visitation is just going to get nasty, man. Oh, another one. You got all the thick snakes you want, man. I got the ultimate, bruh. And you're dead. Easy. Fine finality can still be a thing, but it don't matter. I'm flooding it with angels right now. Oh man. I was getting salty, man, because lately my luck has been just absolute garbage. But eventually I drew into that Tocatli Honor Guard, and it just demolished them. Just give me all the angels. Give me all the divinity. But we keep on going. Like, he could go for a fine finality, but that's just a minor setback, really. Nothing else. Oh, that was nice. Alright, what do we need here? Well, we know how good a Johnny was in that matchup. Danto Vanguard is alright. We need the 4 lava coils. Let's see. Honestly, barring that, I don't think I need anything else. I do want a second in Johnny, though. At the expense of what? Maybe a Danto Vanguard, actually. A Danto Vanguard is not that good in this matchup. This could be a good showcase for Tilonalli. So let's see if we can get it. I think I'm going to keep this hand. I'm on the draw. I have a Legion War Boss on turn 3, which is always really nice. And I have a turn 2 Lava Coil. So, obviously, like, I want to hunt for Tocatli Honor Guard. And I mean, ask and thou shalt receive. So, here we go. I'm gonna drop the Honor Guard in there, and potentially make him regret dropping that cast down. Alright. He seems to be fishing for mana as well. At least now we can trade the Tide Taker into that. Okay, he found it. I can't find it. No, what am I doing? I misclicked. But this may, yeah, this may psych him out. This may psych him out. He may think that I have a Shivan Fire. No, he's not an idiot. I misclicked. Oh well. If I can get a Divine Visitation here, that would be huge. Come on, baby. Mana, mana, mana. Or not. I just need him to not have Vivian on curve here. All right. I'm gonna play it again. God.
Wild animals I like. People? No, this is nothing.
No fun allowed.
Every defeat is a new beginning.
All right. We're gonna keep him guessing. We're gonna proc the Adento fort at the end of his turn, and we're just hunting to kill him here. He happened to tech in. Okay, of course. Right, in Legion War Boss, we hope, unless he has another finality, then we're just pretty much dead. Or another Hydroid Crassus, like, you know, you gotta hope that right, him going for it now means that we have to find a way to kill him here. Not if we top deck that, of course. Alright, so we get a total of 6 attackers, which means we miss out on lethal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 means he plays for X equals 6, which means he gains 3 life after this. We can't kill him just yet. We can't take him out just yet. If we can top deck our 3rd Divine Visitation, however, we could potentially get him. Alright, he's taking the hit, which means he's only going to gain 1 life. Alright, he's down at 7 with 4 blockers this time. 4 attackers, which means we got 3 hitters. Which means we need, You sure? I don't think that's smart. That's not smart. But hey, that just makes my chances even better. Wow. That would make no sense. Let's punish this fool. Get fucking out of here! Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh boy. Oh, and we got a pack and everything. Not bad. Alright, Keyfire CL. What kind of name is that? Will you be the one to enable me to showcase? I keep forgetting her name. Tilonalli? I call her Tyler. I want to showcase Tyler off. I'm going to keep this hand. It's not really a hand that, you know, is full of Tyler stuff. It's just basically pretty standard Boros. You know, Legion's Landing turn 1 into History Benalia potentially turn 3. But I'll take it. This may be Sultai midrange. If it's Sultai midrange, obviously the likes of Tocatli Honor Guard would just be tremendous here. I could go for the History of Benalia, but I'd rather just go for the Lava Coil here. Denying that from getting any more value. From healing him, basically. Giving him a very, very reliable blocker. Yep. Very happy about that Lava Coil. And obviously, this Heroic Reinforcements is a win condition. So we are just going to drop a History of Benalia. Not on curve, but it'll have to do. And then we can drop another one. Or maybe a Legion of War Boss. No, I don't want to play Legion of War Boss just because he has a cast down. So he's going to be able to answer it. We just go history into history. Not gonna block. I don't care. I could play Honor Guard here, but I think that would be silly. We just play another one of these. Another history, and we just stack up these knights and smack our opponent for a huge hit. And I would very much like to go for the Heroic Reinforcements next turn. Yeah, one of these will still trade into a J-Light Ranger, but the other two will actually ignore. Alright, he's just gonna go for the cast down there. I mean, I don't know about you, but double heroic reinforcements just sounds good in my book. And then another one. Who even needs Tocatli? Come on, show me that card ET. Show me that card ET. You know you wanna. Or that snake. I mean, you're dead anyways. You are dead anyways. Are you dead? Are you dead though, sir? 5. Okay, so you block this, right? So we get 2, 4, 6, 10. Yeah, you're dead. Unless my math is off. No, it's never off. You're dead. So clean. Alright, game 2 against Sultan Midrange. What do we want? ¿Qué necesitamos? I don't know why I brought that random Spanish in there. We're gonna slap in, I guess, a Johnny? Excellence Binding can be good against Vivian. I do very much like the Tocatli Honor Guards. Adanto Vanguard really isn't that good in this matchup. I'd rather take him out. Legion Warboss is also not that amazing here. I think as a 3 of he's fine. So we incorporated a total of 2 Excellence Binding and then a Johnny instead of Legion. Yeah, I think this is better. Because against mid-range decks, Legion Warboss, especially when we're on the draw, it's just not a card. It's still a good card because we're running Divine Visitation, but it's not a good card to draw multiple copies of. As you guys saw there, like, I never really had an opening for it. What's cool is that our opponent hasn't seen the Tocatli Honor Guards yet, but I mean, obviously he's going to expect it. Whether it came from the sideboard or from my main deck, it doesn't matter. Like, you always should expect Tocatli Honor Guard when facing this sort of deck, and if you're piloting Sultan midrange. But we keep this hand. We would very much like that third land. All right, turn 1 elf. There it is. Ask and thou shalt receive. It'd be cool to see a Wall Growth Walker now, because then we can drop the Tocatli Honor Guard and we can just deny any sort of Explorer shenanigans. Yeah, that does force a cast down from him. I mean, the cool thing is that this board can't really deal with the Legion Warboss. Like, if he wants to block his Land of our Elf into it, then so be it. We could also go History of Benalia now, but I think this is the moment to just play Legion Warboss first. Because we have an opening with them. Moment of Craving. Alright, so I'm happy I took out the Adanto Vanguards. Does he have a negate? He has a negate. Okay. Was not expecting that. A negate. Double negate. Did I show? I guess he wants. I guess for the heroic reinforcements. That's not something that I tend to play against an aggro deck, but I guess it works out for him here because it does literally like stop my entire hand, right? So I can't really complain too much about it. All right, double Benalia, double trouble. We could have waited one turn because if we do this, I mean, he just blocks with one of the knights. That's fine. All right, clean board state. Tilonalli, Tyler! Tyler, it is your chance, Tyler! Go, Tyler! Don't kill Tyler! Leave Tyler alone! I'm super cereal! Okay. Take action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Math. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, I guess it requires you to manually tap it. Oh! Yes! Honorable Sudoku. There we go. Yeah, I got a kill with Tyler. Fuck yeah. Not how I expected it to happen. Like, obviously I wanted to showcase off the showcase the combo with you know, with Divine Visitation, but I guess you can't ask for everything. I didn't have that many games anyways. But hey, I got Tyler to do something. Fuck yeah. And I got some wild cards too to end the video. Hell yeah. Alright. Yeah, we're building up some nice, you know, 276 on comments, Jesus. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the deck list. I had, you know, I think I got a good, a decent amount. I played a lot of games. Like, I recorded a lot of games, so you guys have, you know, quality gameplay for today. But let me know if you guys want to see this deck in action more. I think I'll try it out tomorrow on stream a little bit more to see if I can actually get the combo going on, right? But hey, Tyler did something. Good for you, Tyler. All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a solid day. Stay tuned for more daily MTG content. I fucking love ya. I'll see you tomorrow.